Good evening and welcome to round 8 of the Vermilion Motorsport Sim Series. Most of our drivers have been up fixing all the carnage from last week, but they're here at Sandown for this week. And the track's looking amazing, the cars are looking great. And speaking of looking great and amazing, welcome to you, Connor.
Thanks, mate. What a great intro.
No worries, mate.
It's getting better each week. I'm
Hey,
loving
I took all week to work on that, mate.
it. What a mate. Yeah, what a track we're at this week. Sandown, the land of power, as I've been calling it for a bit. We've had some great racetracks here, or race cars here, and the 86 is definitely one of them. And here's our preview of the track as we're talking about it. Mr. Ben Faulkner's put it together as we.
Yeah, he's done an amazing job here. This track, it looks simple on paper like that, but it's not. It's very complex. Turn 4, turn 12. If you don't get those right, no lap times is going to be there. Just over about 3 kilometers in length. The average speed's about 155 kilometers about an hour, depending on how good you go out of those turn 4 and turn 12s. It's situated about 36 kilometers southeast of Melbourne, and it's just picturesque, and I can't wait to get into it tonight.
That's it. And there's a horsey track in the middle as well.
There's a horsey track. Yep.
There's a horsey track, so that's another little thing on the bucket list. Going, yep, I want to go and see a horsey track, and we've seen one. So there you go. So thank you to all our sponsors down in the bottom right as well, and Gr86 for sponsoring this whole event. So thank you to all those sponsors and Gr86. Well, let's get to it, Aaron, and let's check out some cars. And mate, we're on round 8 now, and stuff's been spiced up a lot.
Yeah, it's heating up. Actually, let's talk about that straight away. Let's go to their last week. The round was made up and the points didn't matter, but this week, look at the calendar. So yeah, we found ourselves round 8 at Sandown, and let's look at the standings. So nothing's changed obviously after round 6. So round 7 was a bit of a let your hair down sort of thing, but
Yep.
But Sean Linsell's got a commanding lead over the pros. Now the thing is, I can't see him out on track at the moment.
No, I can't either. He's nowhere to be seen. But we'll talk about Linsell here.
Yep.
Stupid amount of a lead. 1,334 points. That is just a dominant performance there. He's just absolutely blown it out of the park.
As I said that, guess who's just jumped in?
And
Sean Linsell. Yeah, Sean Linsell's just joined the session. So he's on a he just has to, these last 5 rounds. He's really got to just get points. It's not about winning here. I think if he just bags enough points from here to the end of the season, he should take it out. But as we know, Matthew Brunt ain't going to sit down and roll over. So he's in here tonight. He'll be gunning for points with all his new teammates. Who else we got in here? We got Fitzroy Beaumont. We don't have to talk about him. He's Mr. Consistent. He's doing really well in the championship, P3. Sean Doyle has had some absolute stellar performances over the last few rounds. So yeah, I'll keep that up there for a little bit for people to see where their favourite drivers are.
So I've just done the little calculations with the pots and pans.
Oh yeah.
164 points between Linsell and Matthew Brunt. So
did you have to get the calculator out?
I wanted it to be short.
You wanted to be sure.
Decimal point. Yep. So 164 points between the two, and I tell you what, if Linsell makes some mistakes from round 8 to the rest of the rounds, Brunt could be close. It could be a tight.
It could come down to that Bathurst. That last couple of laps of Bathurst could really decide the championship. So we'll and then move it on to the AMs. Thomas Byrne is lucky that last round didn't count because there wasn't many points enough for him. The guy that wanted to have points was Ben Miles in P6.
Oh.
He won both of those races, and then the points didn't matter. But he's on a charge, so look out for Ben Miles. He's on track at the moment in the car 60 in the only Benz. So he'll be chasing down Russell Paul, the man with 2 first names and our resident owl expert. David Milne's out there, and David Atkinson are going to be watching their watching out the rear view vision mirror, I'd imagine, through that.
Definitely. It's David Atkins. He has done an absolute. He's done a stellar drive, to be honest. He's been very.
He's under the radar. He's under the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very consistent, under the radar. Not too much that's been happening.
Actually, you know who's just jumped in? Hang on, let's jump out of this.
I was just about to say that.
So our AM racing. Let's get him on the stream before I. Jeez, I'm good at this, guys. Watch me. So he's just in the pits. I'll just leave it on there. I'll drag him in here. Thomas.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, mate? You've seen my call out to people, and you've jumped in. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. I'm just
trying to get out of the pits.
Yeah, trying to get out of the pit and trying to mute the stream at the same time.
So can you take us for a bit of a lap around here for us? We'll jump on board with you.
I may as well. I'll give you a lap on down a la controller.
Mm-hmm. So on the controller, you know rumble, we know that.
Mid slide.
Yeah, well, yeah, the tyres will be cold out of here. So, tell us a bit about yourself. We've had you once in here talking after the races. But what do you normally do in practice? What are you trying to look for?
Look, I'm just trying to learn the track and get myself into a nice rhythm.
Okay.
I know I'm not the fastest driver out here, so it's all about consistency and staying out of the nonsense.
Mate, that's probably the best answer we've had.
And that's the reason you're up the top of the AM Championship too, I'd imagine. So,
well, we all saw last week's episode of whose car race was it anyway. So,
we'll have to get you in here more often, mate. So yeah, coming down here into I don't know where we are. At
just
the back of the track.
on the road, so we're heading up towards the last chicane. Look, I don't really know what the braking markers are. I'm just kind of vibing it
Well,
out.
if the car doesn't stop, you know you've missed your braking marker.
Yeah, something like that. You just kind of hope for the best, and look, the best is the best that we're going to get.
I was going to say, mate, you obviously do this on a controller, which is astounding, mate. Personally, I use direct drive and all the fancy gear. But tell us how you kind of got into sim racing and how you started to use that controller more as an advantage than anything, because you've been killing it.
Well, I've been a motorsport fan all my life. It's something that we've grown up with in the family. For me, I started sim racing, well, quote unquote sim racing, way back when I was young. I played all the games on PlayStation throughout the years, so I've grown up with a controller in my hands. And then it was maybe late 2019 that I first jumped on iRacing. I was always scared to do it because I'd heard so much about how difficult it was, even on the wheel.
Yeah.
But I was actually surprised. It's not. It's certainly not easy, but it's.
Once you get comfortable with it, and you can feel who's around you, yeah, it does create, and it does come up with a skill. You need a skill to play this, whether it be on a controller or anything. You still need to have some wits about you.
Exactly. It's you've got to have the right mind for it, and you've got to be.
Well, this is a good lap, by the way. You've just come across the line. What'd you just do?
Should be coming across the line now.
Here we go. 124.8.
24.8.
Not bad, mate.
Well, you're beating Sean Linsell, so just keep that in mind, all right?
Hey, not last.
Not far.
Well, look, I'll thank you for the chat, Thomas. We'll hopefully we'll see you in the commentary after the race, because you'll be in the top three. Yep. You've got a guy. We're just talking about him before. Ben Miles in the amateurs has really found some pace. So you've got some guys gunning for you at the moment. So good luck.
Yeah.
I was going to say before you leave, mate, you're almost stolen our commentary role, mate. You might need to start going into commentary, mate.
I certainly I've got some plans in the works on that.
Oh, there you go. Well, hey, if this gig out here doesn't work, mate, hit us up, all right? So,
I certainly know you guys are.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Enjoy practice and get into qualifying. Talk to you soon.
Certainly will.
Oh, that was nice of him to jump in. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Byrne, and that was a good chat. He was I think it's kind of, you got to kind of ask those questions like, you know, how did you even get into it? Because, like I said, I use a direct drive and all the fancy gear, and as you do, Aaron. But,
Oh yeah, fancy gear. Yeah, 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 very
and he's
fancy.
out here with a $50 controller
Yep,
that you can buy
yep.
from EB Games, which
Mhm.
is unbelievable.
Good evening to everyone on the chat. Sean Kemen said hello. Hello to you. Shame Sean Linsell couldn't have had 3 more points. Yep, I can see that. The game vacuum's on here. Yeah, you're cheering on Ben Miles, and the other Ben isn't in here, so hopefully he joins in. And Donna, Donna Doyle, watching the Sean Doyle. Actually, while I've got you here, he's like normal in the pits, not doing many laps. Thanks, Sean, for setting me up like that again. Who is out on track? So I've just talked about him before. He's just done a 1:21.2, and I was just in a practice session with you guys earlier. That's rapid.
Yeah.
That's very quick.
That is rapid. We did throw up a practice session, and I tell you what, like I do an 86 series myself, and I tell you what, every one of these guys is just rapid. Like you see your Ben Miles, and yeah, he's just improved. Like we did that.
Yeah,
like
we had
I
the
said,
first couple of rounds with him when he joined us, and I think he was just finding his feet, and now he's just found a bag full of pace. And
Yeah.
for all
Seems
his
like it.
competitors, I hope he doesn't find any more.
I know, right? I feel bad for Thomas. He's probably needs to find more pace
Yeah.
for that control now.
I think he will. I think he will. Once we get into this pointy end, which we're in now, I don't doubt he's going to pick it up. So Steve Kokoschki's gone out and done a 1:21 flat. That is quick.
Wow.
Who else we got in here? Sean Linsell just went. You know, I'm not going to stay down the back there for too long. He just did a 1:21.4 just as a banker. What have we got? We got 8 minutes left in practice. Who else we got on track here that we got new guys in here. Chu Kang. He's new to, I think he's new to our team, isn't he?
Yes, indeed. He's a bit of a trainee for the
Vermilion Motorsports. Excellent.
Yes. So he's a bit of a trainee right now. So
I'm so glad he put the livery on. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, a bit of a trainee in the works. So yeah, he's just he was telling us something before, and he said he bought an Acetec wheelbase and bought a Simi Cube at the same time. So now he's got 2 wheelbases at home that probably cost about $6,000 just on wheelbases.
Wow. Okay.
So,
well, I expect him to do very well. He's in the amateurs, so we'll find out if he stays in the amateurs. You don't spend that sort of money on anything if you're no good at it.
Yeah.
Who else have we got in here? We talked about Chris Blakely before in the pits. Thanks, mate. Now the lube man's back.
Yep.
And you really got to send it straight through this turn 6, so he'll be slippery. Yeah, that's nice, nice entry into there.
You've already picked up the jokes.
Oh yeah, I'm it's pun central with Dale Lube out there, and he loves it too. We're missing the spaghetti monster actually. He hasn't turned up, and I think not one of the. Yeah, we're missing a whole team of racers. So Shane Van Gisbergen and co have all, I guess they've been racing, but.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of an issue.
It is, yeah. You can't take your sim rig everywhere with you.
No, that's it.
Is Thomas gone out? No, he's gone out.
No. I was going to say, yeah, SPG did well today, so we should be all cheering him on at the end of the day. He is part of the family at Vermilion Motorsports, so well done
definitely.
Shane. So, yeah. Orlando Black.
Yeah, just on Orlando Black there. He's part of the Vermilion boys now. He's a lot of guys in the Vermilion Motorsports team now, which is great to see. We've started the series, and a few people have come out of the woodwork, so going from strength to strength.
Seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Ben put a post out, and yeah, it seems like a lot of people want to join and learn a lot of new stuff. So join the crew, like myself and Aaron on board.
I'm pretty sure it's for anyone listening. It is we're still open, I'd imagine.
I would say so, yeah. Ben likes every bit of talent. Yeah, we've had that many entries. We just signed up a new guy. He's a Kiwi, so we've got a Kiwi on board now, and he's very fast in the supercar. Let's just say that. And yeah, he's joining. Excellent guys that have been joining. Kane as well. He's new and yeah, great dude. and in the short little time, it's been good working with the boys. So anyway, we'll stop talking about that and talk about Kurt Bird.
Sorry, mate. I didn't want to. I didn't want. I was just trying to find some new guys on the track that we haven't really talked about. Curtis Bird
Yeah, well,
is not someone I haven't talked about, but he's been sneaking his way through the championship as well. So
he has.
very consistent as well.
We had a chat to him not so long ago. I think it was Long Beach. I think it was Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach. He came second or third in the amateurs.
That's right, he did too.
And yeah, Ben Miles. I don't know how anyone finished that race. To be honest, it was pretty chaotic.
Yeah,
they would have spent the whole week fixing those pro trucks to then come here to these pristine looking cars. So. Oh, Ben Hembrook isn't here. So Ben's Ben Miles' teammate, the only Bens. They're both here tonight, so they'll be working together. We saw David Atkinson out there.
Yeah, Ben's been the two Bens have been killing it. So yeah, it'll be good to see them have another great result. There's just been a lot of teams and a lot of guys that have just been floating under the radar, but then we've slowly started to pick them up through the season. And
someone's had a massive off there. I don't know where it was, but that didn't sound good. Yeah, well, it's good. A track like this, you really need a partner in crime to get a good lap time in. If you want to get yourself up to the pointy end, you need someone that's going to sacrifice their lap down this back straight to give you just that extra couple of kilometres an hour. So, Sean Cameron saying, does Villeneuve need a motorsport? Because I can do the talent thing. Yeah, look, sure. If you want to put your video, send it through to us. I don't care what talent it is, but we'll judge it, and we'll say yes or no.
Aaron will give you a very descriptive.
Depends what you're juggling. Oh, Donna's told Sean to stay on the track today. Oh, he is on the track. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was upside down at one time last week at Long Beach. But we'll see how he goes. He's probably going to do a banker now. We've only got 3 minutes left in practice. Before we get out of practice, what have we got in here? I might have some round information just to see what's going on for everyone. So yeah, we're in our practice session now that goes for 30 minutes, and then we're going to move on to a 15-minute short, sharp qualifying, followed by a 15-lap race, and then straight into our 30-lap feature. We'll do some interviews like we normally do. Hopefully people turn up for that, Connor, if they want to have an interview. So I can understand sometimes people are a bit angry, but that's okay. We highlight all the good things, not the bad things about what we're doing here. So
it's good to get a little bit of insight sometimes, though, see what kind of drama's going on, and I think it sometimes is a good thing, and then sometimes it is a bad thing.
Yeah, sometimes, but yeah. Now, why I've got Sean Doyle on track, let's just see how he goes through turn 1, because this is one of the hardest braking markers to get right. So, he's pretty good. Oh, he's nailed it. Don't worry, Donna. Don't worry, Donna. He's going to go all right. If you can get turn 1 down out of the books, you're doing all right. Yeah, he's got a nice line through there as well.
I just seen on the top of the scoreboard, someone's just been up for P1. Looks like Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen Kokoschke. He did he just bettered his time, so he had a 121 like flat, and he's just done a 120.9. So he's the first guy into the 120s. Don't expect too many people to get into the 120s. That's a fair effort. So
that is definitely a fair effort, and showing Lindsell's right behind him, and it looks like that's on fire. The black and blue, and
well, he'll have his teammate Matthew Brunt out there too. So again, having these guys.
He's in the pits.
And he's in the pits. Thank you very much. What about OP in the pits? Bruce Keys in the pits. David Milne. Hello, David Milne. Get in on track. Just have a look at this livery. I always go back to it. How's he going in the championship? He's right up there too, I'm pretty sure. He's in P3 or 4. I can't remember where he is, but people still chatting to us. Donna, yeah, don't jinx him this week. Yeah, Donna, I'll stay off him as much as I can. If he is leading, I'm going to shine the spotlight on him. But other than that, we'll leave him alone.
Mr. Ben, welcome.
Oh, Ben Faulkner.
Hey boys, how you doing?
Very well.
Good, mate.
Awesome.
Just awesome. What's happening, mate?
Just great.
Just great. Peachy.
But, you know, from the last round, there was there's 2 people starting from pit lane.
Who are they?
So one of them isn't here, Braden Sigato. The second one is Stephen Kokoschki. So,
Oh, Steve Kokoschki's going to be starting from the pit lane.
yeah.
Over
just
for an incident in the at Long Beach
yeah.
in the stadium crash trucks. I mean super trucks. Alright, look, if anyone that's listening, a lot of stuff went on behind the scenes in that race, but for everyone viewing, it was fantastic. So, we're getting straight into qualifying. This is going to be short and sharp, so let me get everything up and running here. We'll try and get these guys coming out of the pits. I can't wait for this. I really can't. It's just going to be 15 minutes to fly by. Let's see. Is Sean Doyle going to come out of the pits? Yeah, that's him coming out of the pits. Oh, here they all come at once.
Logitech car coming out. I'm guessing that's Linsell.
Yeah, that should be... Let's just double check. Yeah, that's Sean Linsell coming out. So he'll put down a banker. Who's behind him? The guy behind him is going to get a nice little run. Oh, there you go. Sean Doyle. He'll probably want to get to the back of Sean Linsell here and get just that little tiny bit of a tenth or two coming down the back straight to really put himself up the front. So we might go for a lap with one of these guys when they do a lap in anger.
Yeah, let's pick someone a little bit random.
A little bit random. Well, hey, a new guy. We got Chu here, Chu Kang. He's just coming up here into turn 6 now. A long back straight. They hit about 191 kilometers just before you literally tip it in. You hit that apex up there at about 180 kilometers an hour, and then you're literally on the brakes forever to pull the thing up to turn into there. So
I was gonna say, you know how we've been doing nicknames this whole season?
yeah,
Mr. Hood and all that.
yeah.
I think we nickname him Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy. Oh, I like it. Hey, I like it. We better just clear it with him first. But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But hey, until he says anything, Chewy is it. So
That's it.
Well, let's jump on board. I'll get over the shoulder with him. Let's see what he can put down. So coming into turn 1, you got your. It's like 75 meters, I think, is where your optimal braking marker is. Yep.
So brake right there. There's going to be a car in the apex. Let's see if
he's
gets
had
out
to
of
pull
the way.
out.
That's OP. Yes,
He's had to pull
OP
out.
gets by. Oh.
I'm not sure
he's
about
still
that.
Going.
I'm
No,
not sure.
he's still going. So straight over the curve, second gear, get it turned in. He's hit the apex. He's definitely hit the apex. Drives it up to the straight now. I'm going to say they almost hit 200 Ks. They're just kissing it. Kurt Bird just lets him go as well. Ryco livery looking amazing as it normally does. So we're going to fly past Kurt in the Whitey's Pie entry. Now, fast left. This is probably the scariest corner. Almost flat. Look at that curb cam. Straight down, hit the curb, second gear.
Oh, and he's lost it. Hey,
around.
we have really put the mockers on Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy's done very well though.
Yeah. You want to chew our heads off
until
after that one.
Yeah.
Orlando Black has. Let's just watch him. He's come out of Dandenong and he's come into the last little chicane. So So this is turn 11, and you sort of got to sacrifice a little bit to get to turn 12 bang on. And he's going to have a nice little toe.
He had a bounce.
Yep.
He had a bounce out of there too.
Sean Linsell just did a 121.1. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what Orlando Black's just gone across the line, and he's at a 1. Wow, that's a great time.
He was I was having a chat to him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so slow today, blah blah blah." And yeah, he's put a banker in, so well done to Orlando there. I'm sure that's going to get his hopes up with that one.
Oh, for sure. Like that's a great lap. He might even park it up for that. Yeah. So OP on the track. He's got some different livery actually.
Yeah, a little less orange, bit more black. I like it. Bit more
The
of a
crane,
stealth
the
look.
crane hotline. Okay. Well, if anyone goes straight on down at the end of here, he might have to get the crane out to get him out. So he's on an absolute lap here. Just looking at his sector times, 27.4, 23 dead. Let's see what he comes across the line as. Look at that. We've already lost 5 minutes. You know, we've already lost 5 minutes in qualifying.
I know.
It's short and
We
short
just-
and sharp.
We just chat too much, mate. We
Yeah,
lose
maybe that's what it
track
is.
time.
Yeah, having such a good time.
Cross the line. And let's see where he goes. Is he going up to the top? Yes, he is. P4.
P4.
Very nice.
No, was it P4? I don't know if it did.
Didn't count.
It was a 120. Yeah, I don't think that counted. It might have been his outlap.
Okay. I don't know about that. I think he might have got an off track. We need a bit of a list. That's Lincel right behind him.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see if,
Lincel. I'm pretty sure that's Sean. Yeah, that's definitely Sean behind him. Following up the back straight.
Wonder if OP's going to get out of the way. This is going to give.
Oh,
Sean
he shouldn't. He doesn't have to. I mean, he's on a lap as well, so.
Looks like Sean's just going to stick on the back of him.
Yeah, he might throw it down the inside here, coming down the
back
hill,
out.
but. Oh, that'll be that. That from Oliver Patterson was clearly an off track, so he'll have to pull out of that one. So yeah, you don't get many attempts at this, especially with a lot of guys on the track. Who else we got up there? Ben Miles is. I think that's he's done a 121.9. No, his best was a 121.5. So he is going to come out and have another go. Orlando Black, we saw that lap of his. That was fantastic. He did a 121.8. Curtis Bird just came across the line. Oh, that was just an outlap.
Hit the apex there, very nice.
Yeah, no, he did a good job through there. Here we go. Here's some action through here. So this is Fitzroy.
Fitzroy's been,
Yeah, the Fritz, as he doesn't like to be called by his peers. So we keep doing it. So we'll watch him come through here. Actually, we'll get on board for him a lap because who's he chasing? Who's that in front of him?
Might be a teammate.
Yeah, it's a teammate for sure.
That might be a Lando.
Oh, not not great by Lando. He's stuffed his lap up. He's aborted Fitzroy's lap, so not great. Who else hasn't done? So Sean Doyle hasn't even put a lap down yet. So let's Donna. Hopefully we don't put the mockers on him here, and he does a. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a. God, I wish I had a timing screen that worked. When you get lots of people on the track, the pots and pans start sticking.
Yeah, get a bit of lubrication.
Yeah, a little bit of lubrication. Yeah.
It's always an issue. Well, that's why we got Dale Lube.
Yeah, Lube's here, so I'll jump on board with him in a second. He's another guy that hasn't done a lap. Either's Chewy because we murdered him. I apologise. So let's see if he's going to do a lap here. Yeah, he's got to sacrifice that turn 11 to get turn 12 just sweet, so he got a really nice exit out of that.
Nice and short.
So that's a 122.6. So let's put him up into P10. This will be a lap. So let's I've got helmet cam here. He's braking the 75. He's hit the apex. He's on the gas quick. Turn 2, you sacrifice it as well just to get that turn 3 nailed.
Could have used a little bit of curb on entry and used it on exit too. Second gear. Hasn't used the curb, better understeer, so that's going to drag him out wide. You hear the red limiter just absolutely smashing itself.
Matthew Brunt just put himself up the pointy end as well. Did a 121.8 on that lap.
He's got some good pace too.
Well, he's going to be chasing Sean Lincel, so watch out for that.
Definitely. And I was just looking on the timing board. It looks like that just that bottom half of that.
Oh no, who's that? That's Benny. That's Benny in the only Benz. Oh, he has made a big mistake, Benny, coming down there. No, it was the other Ben. It was not Ben Miles. It was Ben Hambrook. Yeah. He. Only 5 minutes left of qualifying. Dale Lube Chewy, I'm sorry, Chewy. Every time, every time. Okay, here we go. So Holy Pit guys are going to come out now. Dale Lube is one of them. So he's going to put down a. Him and Chewy, the only ones that haven't done a lap in anger yet. Or was. Oh no, Lube. Where you going, mate? It's very slippery out there. Yeah, that's not ideal. That's not ideal.
Hit the grass too. Yeah, he's hit the grass and it looks like he's just absolutely slipped and slid all the
Yeah,
way down.
slipping and sliding.
Down
Poor
to the
Lube.
shadow realm, as we've nicknamed it. So, yeah. That's,
Donna, I love it.
so unfortunate though.
Oh wow. Yeah, Mr. Kang's not getting a very good good run of this, so he should get one. He should get 2 laps. We'll come back to him when he's on his hot lap. Sean Doyle, we know he's got more pace than a 122.6, so he's just on his outlap as well. Bruce Keys is super quick. He's on an outlap. Daniel Valacott, I watched him in the practice session we had before. He was doing a lot of laps, so he's still trying to explore the track, but he still found himself in P10. So he's pretty quick. I should change his name from Valacott to Vela Quick. Vela Rapid.
Total sense.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It will. Oh, and yeah, that's going to abort that next lap. So guys are just running it a bit wide. Okay, so Dale Lube's come back out. Okay, let's jump on board now with Chewy. Let's see what he can do. This is his lap. He's got this lap and maybe one more to make it count. So he's the only one that hasn't done a lap. Oh, and he's wide, and he's very wide, and that's the last time I'm putting the camera on Chewy.
So unfortunate.
So Sean Linsell has pitted. He knows that that's a 120.8 is going to be hard to beat. Steve Kokoschke, a 120.9. He probably doesn't need to be... Oh, I see what he's doing. That's Matthew Brunt, isn't it? Yeah, so that's Matthew Brunt behind him. And Steve Kokoschke's given him a massive toe down the back straight. Watch for Steve just to get out of the way of... No, he's not going to. He's going to give him a lap the whole way around. That's what you need a teammate for, boys and girls.
That's it.
Yep. Now, as long as he can get this, he's turning pretty early. Yeah, and it's team game. Team game. So Steve Kokoschke's just jumped out of the way for him to come down here. He just did a 121.5. So yeah, it put him up 2 spots. So teamwork makes the dream work. Now, is Dale Lube? He must have just come out of the pit. Is this him on a hot lap? Oh, Dale. He'll still get one more crack at it. So in our amateurs, we got... Who we got here? We got Ben Miles in our amateurs. That's let's say that the amateurs, he's taken pole, unless someone can beat a 121.5. Curtis Bird, he's been really rapid as well. He's on a 121.6. These are our amateurs I'm talking about. David Milne is in the pits, so he's happy with his lap. Daniel Valacott, he's in P10, but technically P4 in the amateurs. Who's that behind him? That's the OP, isn't it?
That is.
So OP and Daniel Valacott are teammates, and I've just realised they've got the same livery. So
one's got white rims and one's got black rims. Talking about liveries, if you need a livery, go and check out RSW Graphics. Thought I might as well put that in.
That was such a good segue. That was
I know,
smooth, right? Man. That was.
I've always been good at it.
That's why you're in here, because oh, hang on, Dale Lube's just done a lap. He's put himself on the board. It might be at the back of the board, but he's on the board.
He's on the board.
He's on the board. And guess who's in front of him? Chewy. Now every time I jump on board with this boy, he makes a mistake. Not this time. Not this time, Chewy. In his defence, we did invite him to this league literally an hour ago.
Yeah.
So,
You're not wrong.
yeah, he's trial by fire, actually. So he's just come across the line. He's done a bank lap. So he's on a lap now with 24 seconds to go. He will not get a lap in. So who's out there? Who's close to coming across the line with 17 seconds left? None of these guys. No, 10 seconds left. They might get across. Thomas Burns in the pits. Ben won't get across. So I think we'll have to go straight to the race. Yeah, that's it. That's it for qualifying. Done and dusted. So I'll turn this over to you, Connor. You can go through the list for me. There's a lot to go through.
As I normally do, mate.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you, because I'm just... hang on.
Yeah. See, us two on the pod. We should, yeah. If we this commentary box isn't very user friendly at the moment.
Because I was gonna say, because I'm not in the session, I cannot see it. You've set me up, mate. So hang on. If you can call them out, that would
yeah.
be...
So I'll go through the list here. We got let's get into the blimp mode here. So we got Sean Linsell P1. Not surprising. He's been rapid over the last 8 rounds. Steve Kokoschke is in P2. He gave his teammate Matthew Brunt a tow to get him on the second row of the grid, so he'd be starting behind him. Ben Miles, who has found an absolute heap of pace. It must be whatever the game vacuum's doing for him. They must have sprinkled something on that livery for him. Matthew Brunt's in P4. Curtis Bird in the amateurs in P5. Oliver Patterson, Orlando Black in P6 and 7. On the fourth row of the grid, we've got David Milne and Fitzroy Beaumont. David Vellacott and Bruce Keys behind those two. In P12, Sean Doyle. We won't talk about Sean Doyle, Donna. Thomas Byrne is our lead in our amateurs. He's down in P13. He's not that far off the amateurs here, so he's after a nice clean race just to get a bag full of points. Ben Hambrook, teammate of Ben Miles. Hopefully he gets up the front and helps these guys out. David Atkinson is back in P15, and Chewy and Dale. Chew and Dale, I like that. Back in 16th and 17th. So, this is going to be a good one.
Oh, I reckon you're right about that one.
This is going to be great. So everyone's just finding their way out onto the track now.
I've done a bit of a boo-boo.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to load into the session.
Oh, I see. Well, hey, what I see is what you see, so it's fine, mate.
Yeah, but in the certain car though, that's the issue.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's alright.
Yes.
So we got who else has jumped in? Not everyone's jumped out there at the moment, so we've still got a little bit of time before everyone has to. Oh, they're going through They'll be going through whatever Ben Faulkner's talking to them about. Probably going through what they expect this round rather than last round. So, but to everyone watching, last round was sensational. We all loved it. So the game vacuum, yeah, hold on tight. Here we go. There he is. There, just for anyone watching. Sean Kevin, yeah. Yeah, we're looking forward to it too. We don't care what happens as long as it's entertaining for everyone. So,
I mean, that's normally the point, eh? Just go out there, make it entertaining for the viewers. That's all it is. So, while I normally call out all the names, but
I've already been through them, mate, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call the start. We're just waiting on Steve Kokoschke, Orlando Black, and Dale Lube to get out on track. Chris Bleakley is... Hang on, I didn't see Chris Bleakley do an lap. He might be having issues. I was saying that Chew and Dale were struggling to get laps in, but Chris Bleakley I don't think did a lap at all.
Struggling tonight, eh?
Oh, unless he's got some technical issue. It's same as the real thing. You can still have issues. You can still have mechanical failures that can DNF you. So They're having a longer driver briefing than normal. So 15 laps. Fuel is good, so don't worry about fuel. It's flat out for the whole race. Hopefully they get through turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And here we go.
Oh,
Lights are up.
Here we go.
Lights are up. Sorry to cut you off, but the lights are
fine.
out. And there goes Sean. Great launch. Look at that. Absolute gone. I don't know what he's done there. Matthew Brunt just falling behind, and that's one of the Ben's cars. Going to lead it down to turn 1. Let's see if Ben can get the move done on Brunt. Yes, he has. See if OP
he's had
can
to
do
back
it.
out of
No.
it.
Look at that. OP's on the outside now. See if OP can put it there and capitalise on Ben's mistake. And yes, he has. Great. That was absolutely a great move. 3 wired through there. Oh, Chewy's got through it. Same with the Vermeulen car as well. Right, everyone's through. Up to the big straight. I'm going to call it.
It's a big straight. I like that. We'll be using
straight.
that for the feature race too. No, I'm surprised that all these guys got through that first little complex corners, turn 1, 2, and 3. It's tough, especially in the big groups of cars. So
Definitely. Fast left now. And Sean Linsell up front is just absolutely pulling the gap on Brun. And let's have a look through here. One of the OP's mates is just absolutely holding on to that thing. It seems just almost on 2 wheels. Everyone's used to using all that exit curb.
Oh, who was that that
Talking
went
about
off?
exit curb,
who was that that
what
went
is
off?
that?
Was that Dale Lube? That was Dale Lube. He's got himself out of the sand trap there. Doesn't look like he's got any damage. Oh, watch out for the boys. So there has been some damage and some contact at the back of the group there because they're all sorting out position. So Matthew Brunt has found himself up in P2, and I don't know how that happened.
We were talking about damage. Oh, Sean Doyle and Kurt Bird and one of the Vermeulen cars, Orlando Black, just got by Kurt Bird.
There you go. So
Sorry,
yeah, no, it's good. It's good to watch at the moment. So I'm trying to work out where everyone is. Steve Kokoschki didn't take the grid, so he started from pit lane.
Yeah, so that was a penalty that he's.
That's
been
right.
given.
We talked about that earlier, and I didn't remember. They don't pay me to remember things, you know. So
Just get it
so that's who's that in front of him? That's Dale Lube behind him. That's David Atkinson in front of him. So they're going to have to work together to work their way up to start. But they're a fair way behind. Let's jump at the front with Matthew. No, Matthew Brunt isn't in a battle. So these guys have found themselves with a 2-second gap over the rest of the field.
And Orlando Black and Sean Doyle and Daniel, OP's teammate, are absolutely going at it as well. Again, so Orlando's actually pulling away.
So this is we're on board with Oliver Patterson with Ben Miles getting a really big slipstream down here.
P3 and P4, so it's a battle for P3.
Oh, he's going to
inside.
slip it down the inside. No, he's thought better of it. Oh no, OP has gone wide, but he's gonna hold the line into here. So
Good move. Normally, when you stick it up the inside, that's game over for the guy that's on the outside. So well done to OP there, just to get it. Yeah, got it done. So
look at the attitude of these cars. It looks fantastic.
A bright orange car and a bright purple car going.
Yeah, right, yeah, going down the back straight. Good on him.
And let's see if Ben can make the move again. They need to stick with these front two, but they're just going to battle it out, which is great for TV. Up the inside, Ben. Great move.
Has he done? He got it done. He got it done.
Well done.
You know, I think Oliver Patterson sort of
Gave it up.
thought more. No, I don't think he gave it up. He just thought of the big picture.
Yeah.
Because Oliver Patterson's in the championship fight here as well, so he doesn't want to be taken out by an amateur, and he knows that Ben Miles is pretty quick. Oh, this is great racing through here, and he's got him on the inside again, and he's put him behind. Oh, this is some good racing between these two. He's only got him on the inside this time. Yeah, Ben should have him now. As long as he gets a good exit out of turn 4 up here, he should be fine. Yeah, and we've seen the pace of Ben, so he'll check out here. So Sean Doyle, he's behind. We won't look at him at all, okay, Donna? Don't worry about him. We know he's in P5. So let's go down the field here. We got these guys. Daniel Velicott with Bruce Keys behind him. Oh, look at the damage that Daniel's got on the front. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage at the front there.
Load of damage, yeah. That's actually quite a bit. That would actually... I wonder if the car's been broken, if the engine's a bit broken.
Yeah, for sure. We'll find out. Well, he didn't get overtaken down the back straight from Bruce Keys, but he has caught up, which he wouldn't normally. So this next straight will tell us whether he's got... Oh, that's not ideal line through there. I think Ben's gonna. I think Bruce Keys is gonna have him. Yeah, down the inside. Easy move into turn 1.
Got it done. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have it done easy before he even gets in there. David Milne might even have a look at this as well.
A lot of damage. You can just see that bright silver car just absolutely flying by.
Yeah, flying past him. Yeah, that's Bruce Keys. So David Milne is going to come down here into turn 2, and he's catching the back of these guys as well. And Chewy, who started in P17, is now made it up into P10. He's obviously found a groove in this car, or he likes the race setup, maybe better than the qualifying setup. But he's found some pace. So watch out for him. New kid on the block. We like seeing guys fight their way through.
Very respectful Chewy as well. I had a chat with him today. Very polite. So I'm sure he's like that on the racetrack as well.
We'll hope so. We'll find out shortly. Now, Sean Linsell, I don't know if he's saving his tyres or what he's doing, but Matthew Brunt has really put the pressure on him, and he's clawed back about half a second. So it might just be the straights. If you can get away from your competitors on the straights, look at what these guys have done. They're 6 seconds ahead of the field. These two.
It's just Oh, I just heard someone hit the wall.
Yeah, I unfortunately I wasn't on him, Donna. I was not on him, Donna. So let's find out what happened here. So Sean Doyle's come through here. What's he done? He's got that made. It was more up here into turn 11 and 12. I'm pretty sure is where he found himself in trouble. So he's come through. Oh, he's just upset the car just a little bit. And got the grass. He's just caught that little bit of grass, and that's it.
Oh.
It's that's all she wrote, unfortunately. The whole grid. Yeah, the curb, and he got a little bit of grass, and he's not going to have much power down the straight. Sorry, Donna. Sorry, Donna. Okay, back to the action. Sean Doyle is going to make himself making his way back to the pits. Ben Miles is still in a fight of his life with Oliver Patterson. Who else we got out here? So Oliver Patterson. So Ben Miles is in.
Chewy. Oh.
I just saw that in the background just there.
Oh. Chewy's got the move done.
He's got it done. Did he get it done? No, he's trying to. He's trying to get it done on Daniel Velicott. So, on David Milne.
Can we get a quick replay of that?
Yeah,
really
sure.
Quickly.
Yeah, real quickly. Yeah, okay. Thanks, mate. I might have gone a little bit too far back here, but this is the fight that they're having at the front here. So, this is David Milne. I'll get back onto Chewy here. So he's come down into the Dandenong Road down here, and he's just clipped the back of him. So they're in a massive fight. So it must have happened down here into turn 11 and 12, where all the action seems to be happening. So he's got the overlap on the outside, which is not going to pay dividends. Yeah, he's just got a hip and shoulder. That's all that was.
Oh, look at this! Bang.
Yeah. So he's had to back out of that turn 12 down the straight, and he's lost a bit of time down there. So good racing. That was fair, clean. It was good to see. And they're still at it now. They're still at it now. Ben
see
Miles
more.
still has Oliver Patterson all over him. Curtis Bird is just in race by himself actually, so he's here for points. The guy leading our championship in the amateurs, Thomas Byrne, he's down in P12. He started P13, so he's, like he said to us on the chat with us, he's just here to finish races to get points, and be consistent. So hopefully he makes up a few more spots in the amateurs and gets a nice bit of heap of points, because Ben Miles is absolutely catching him at a rate of knots. Yeah, he's charging through him. So Dale Lube started in 16th, is now 14th. The car looks okay.
Sorry to point something out, Aaron, but
Yeah.
Orlando Black's car is absolutely munted.
Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's had better days.
Looks like a half-sucked mango.
They yeah, that's why I don't put my face on the chat here, because I'm a bit the same, like a half-eaten pasty sort of thing. So me and Orlando have got something in common. Well, he started P7. He's in the pros, and he's going to have to pit. That car's got no pace at all. Sean Doyle is now behind him. That car's been gone to the pits and got some work done on it, some digital work done. And Ben Hambrook, after that massive shunt he had earlier, is rounding up the back of the field. So at the front, Sean Linsell has got a good lead now. He's got over a second lead on Matthew Brunt, so don't expect that to change too much. Where this is lap 9, they've found their groove, and now they're 8 seconds clear of the field. These two, and they're just pulling away now even further. So we've got to find some battles. The only battles that I can see here that we have is Daniel Velicott with David Milne behind him.
Yeah, that's the only little battle we've
Yeah,
got going on, really.
So Donna Doyle just said, think we have to invest in either driving lessons or a good mechanic. Well, the good thing about here is the digital mechanic is pretty free.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap, and they oh, has Curtis Bird just had a moment, has he? He has. Where is he? So he's found himself. I might find out what just happened to him there. So he's come through at the end of the straight. Has he locked it up? Yeah, he's locked up the rears. He's just lost the rears and lost about 3 places in doing it. He's part of the Whitey's Pies racing group, and that delivery looks awesome. And he's had a bit of a shunt at the back too. When I looked at that, so bad luck to him. He'll make his way back through it, I imagine.
Well,
So yeah, he's already
P2.
he's already all over Steve Kokoschki now. So
Steve making up a heap of spots. We might as well talk about that.
yeah, so he started from the back of the grid. Had a bit of a pit lane infringement from last race. You don't normally see that, but it must have been severe enough for him to start in the pits. It really hasn't hampered his race too much. He's made up. What's he made up? 10 positions already to find himself in P8, and he's going to catch Daniel, David Milne, and probably Bruce Keys by the end of this. So expect him to be up there in the points at the end of this race. Now Matthew Brunt up the front is not letting go of this.
He's hanging on.
He's hanging on.
Brunt, I was going to say Brunt. He's found a lot of pace. Brunt and I have been doing another series off camera, and in another series, and he's just been getting better. He's been doing a lot of 80s. So it looks like he's just putting some time into this car, and he's still. So good to see Brunt giving Linsell a bit of a hurry.
Yeah, well, these are the two fighting for the championship. So, and I might get next round. I'll show everyone the trophies. If anyone wants to see the trophies, if you jump on the Facebook, the Vermilion Motorsport Sim Series Facebook page, you can see the trophies on there that these guys are playing for, and they look pretty cool. And I wish I was racing, not commentating when I saw those trophies. Hopefully, gives out some trophies for the best commentator team. Maybe.
I know, right?
We'll see if we can get something like that going. But these
I'm
two
not-
are
I'm
in
not
the these guys are in the fight of their lives up here. So the gap has remained the same. So 0.8 of a second between these two. Maybe Sean Linsell's just managing his time, managing his tyres, managing the car. We're not sure, but he just pulled a bit more time on him there as well. Chewy has just got Fitzroy's just got him into the back into turn 6, 7, 8. The big left-hander in turn 9. They call this little turn 10, but it's not really a turn. It's flat out straight. And then into 11 and 12, and that little kink behind before the start-finish line is turn 13. So they come across the line going on to lap 12 with 3 laps to go. Thomas Byrne has found himself in he's got a gap behind him from Sean Doyle of 19 seconds, so he's... Oh, what happened to Benny Miles? Did I miss something?
Have we missed something?
I know he was at the front. I must have watched something earlier. Like I said, they don't employ us for our memory. We're good at just saying what's going on. Let's now David Milne. Look at this battle now. Here we go.
Up the inside, Kokoschki got it done. Yep, he did give him room. Cuts his nose off too. Very nice. Good driving, and Steve's off the road.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit wide out there, but he's still going to hold that lead. Oh, look at that. This is pretty tense behind him. So all these guys behind him are going to have a massive slipstream behind him. So you've got David Milne, Daniel Vallicott and Kurt Bird all fighting for P6 right now. Steve has Bruce Keys in front of him. He's about 6 seconds up the road, so he'll be fighting for that with 2.5 laps to go. So these boys
Steve.
behind us, oh wow, that's a big
Bird
lunge.
make a move.
That's a big
Oh, look at
lunge.
On OP's teammate. Let's see what he does. Oh,
Bit of
contact.
a shunt.
Bit of a tap. So that's Daniel right behind Kurt Bird there. Kurt just getting a great exit. Daniel has a bit of a slide though. So Kurt's gonna gap him here, and let's see if Daniel can catch him onto the...
Yeah, if Daniel Vallicott can get him just up here into turn 6, into the kink. I mean, it's 180 kilometers through there, so you got to be both committed to it.
Yep.
See what he can do.
No lunge.
No lunge, but he's kept it in track limits. So you might find that Daniel is carrying a bit of damage because he's really not gaining on the Whitey's Pies livery here of Curtis Bird. So what are we at? Oh no, Daniel. I'm sorry, mate. We had the camera spot on you there when you did that. So Ben Miles has just caught Thomas Byrne. And so, championship leader in front. Yeah, Ben Miles. He must have had a shocker. I'm gonna have to work out what happened to him because we were just talking how far up the road he was. So, leading the amateurs right now is David Milne and Curtis Bird. So he's gonna get.
Let's see if
Thomas Byrne is not. Oh, is he? No, he's let him go. He knows. Oh wow, he knows the pace that Ben Miles has got. So he's probably done the good thing here. He might even be able to chase down Chewy as well in front of him. Oh, he's a fair way up the road. So Fitzroy and Chewy, they're two teammates. They're in different liveries, but they are teammates now. They're going to have an absolute go down here. So they're side by side still. Oh, that's fantastic. he's had to cover.
Outside.
Fitzroy's had to actually had to cover.
Chewy on the outside.
If he can hold it on the outside, oh, I thought that was going to be an absolute massive shunt.
Richard's covered him. Right, let's see if he goes up the inside. No.
Oh,
Chewy's going to stay there.
No, he's got this is our last lap. So let's just jump through the leaderboard on the last lap. So Sean Linsell is out by himself, just having a bit of a Sunday drive or Saturday evening drive. Matthew Brunt has got a 10-second gap on Oliver Patterson behind him, and Oliver Patterson has a 7-second gap on Bruce Keys. After that, though, it all goes silly. So Steve Kokoschke has made himself up from pit lane to P5. That is a really good drive. David Milne behind these guys. He's our leading amateur. Curtis Bird behind him is coming second, and Daniel Velicott, great drive with a damaged car, to be third in the amateurs.
Yeah, he's doing really well there.
Fitzroy, yeah, go on.
I was going to say, after this, I'd love to have a chat to our top finishers.
Oh, we'll see if that can happen.
Yeah.
So Daniel Fitzroy is holding off Chewy. They've only got this last little bit to go. Anyone down the back here? Ben Miles has already got him. Thomas Byrne. Sean Doyle's had a shocker. We won't talk about that. Ben Hambrook, another shocker. Dale Lube, shocker. David Atkinson, he's that far back that we won't be able to find him on the cameras. So a lot of guys would want to forget this. Oh, wow. I got that live. Wow. That wasn't a punt or anything. He's just lost it on the curbs. And look at that. Ben Miles has gone, thank you very much. P10 will do me very nicely.
Yeah. Thank you, boys.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Chewy. He started from the back of the grid and made himself up into ninth. That was a good race. That was a good race.
That was a very good race.
Oh,
I was
is that...
say,
you gone?
let's just pull up Mr. Ben Faulkner.
Benny,
Mr. Ben Faulkner.
how was that in the in race control, mate? Anything going on?
No, nothing. Clean slate. Haven't had to look at anything. It's good.
Yeah, it's been good. Most of the guys that we've been watching have gone off by themselves. So, some of the new guys, Chu Chang, he's gone from the back of the grid to P9. So he's done really good. And Steve Kokoschke, he gave him a pit lane penalty, but he still made himself up to P5. So pretty good effort.
It's gonna be interesting for the future for sure.
100%.
I was
So,
going to say, mate,
go on.
could we actually get the top 3 in here, mate? Just from that little race. Just because
Oh, we won't be able to get them because they're in different channels. So we won't be able to. We can do the call out for them, but they might not come on. So
You can speak to them about it afterwards as well.
So yeah, we'll have a chat to him about that one after the race. So we were going to put something on for you guys to watch, but Connor's done something a little bit.
If you want.
Well, if you wanted to jump out there, Ben, and show us
Porsche, yeah.
in the Porsche, show us a lap around this track. While we're waiting for these guys to have a break, have a Kit Kat, stretch the legs. So are you going to go out there in the safety car? Before I went, actually, while I'm talking to you, Ben, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but we did watch our resident safety car driver, Tom Brown, absolutely send it into the wall before I went live, and I couldn't stop laughing. So a not so safe safety driver doing what he does best. Donna, yes, we'll be watching him. I think he can only go better than what he did there. He had an absolute shocker. He needs, I don't know, maybe he didn't have his Wheaties this morning. I'm not sure, but let's jump on board with the sights and sounds of the. Oh God, this car sounds good. Every time I jump in it, it sounds good. So you're in the Dr. Epoxy safety car.
Yep, that's right. Porsche GT4.
Well, mate, Aaron, you normally call this out, but mate, take us a lap, call us out. What's going on in your car, and go for it, mate.
Yeah, Ben, take us for a lap. I know you're not there yet. We'll just get you as you go across the start-finish line. God, it looks good. The car looks good. Don't bin it. Everyone's watching.
No, it's all right,
I'm normally in the car, Aaron, so this is different for me,
Yeah,
mate.
this is great now. So he's just coming through the last little complex now. We'll get over. Oh, well done, Thomas. 3 points. Good on you. So take us for a lap, mate.
Right. Well, we're coming down the straight. Coming there to 230 almost down the straight. Coming to braking zone. Hard braking. Third gear. Try and not go too wide. brake just in between the concrete exit there, down to second gear, back up to third, down to second again, lots of gear changes through there. Get it on the power as fast as you can, open it up down the straight, keep it to the right. Down here to the fast left-hander, lift off a bit, shift it down a gear, over the hump, down heavy braking, try not to look up, so on the throttle not to kick in the PC, up gears, about 170 going, hit the first bump, and then get a good run out to the start finish line at the end here, and keep it tight.
Thanks for that, mate. Sean Cameron on the chat just asking for a bin. he was wanting you to bin it.
Oh, and he's...
Oh,
I know. Well, just remember, everyone watched you do that. Okay.
yep.
That's how you don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. So let's. I guess we're going to go into the feature race now. Let's get out of. Let's get you off the track there, mate.
Yep.
And let's get into some racing. So 50 seconds left before we go into our feature race. Everyone's had a couple of biscuits, maybe a tea or a coffee. Stretch your legs. I think Sean Doyle's probably rang his mum through that one, or she's rang him to say, "Hey, pick your bloody game up, mate. I don't watch this for you to come last." So
I was going to say, if she's like the coach in the boxing ring.
yeah, definitely. She'll be shouting out. She'll be shouting out. Yeah. Just if you're going to talk to him, Donna, just remember speed, momentum, and violence. That's the only things you need to know around this track.
That's it.
Okay.
It's always your strategy when you race, right?
Thomas has jumped on there as well and said we said something special, not saying stupid. Yeah. Thanks to Ben Faulkner for showing us how to reverse entry into turn 1. Okay, so we're about to go live. I'll go through our starting positions if I can. Let's here we go. So Sean Linsell will be. So the person we've got to look out for in this race is Steve Kokoschke. We know he's quick. He's going to be starting from P5. So how much time we got left? I'll go through the list again. So a little bit of a shake up compared to race 1. We've got Sean Linsell P1, Matthew Brunt P2. On the second row of the grid, Oliver Patterson with Bruce Keys. That's a really good effort from Bruce Keys.
That is a solid effort.
That's great because he's been with us for 3 rounds and he's getting better and better and better. So we'll watch for him. But the problem is he's going to have Steve Kokoschke on his inside coming into in P5 and David Melney behind him as well. Curtis Bird, Daniel Velicott in P7 and 8, P9 the Chewy. That's a better starting position than P18. Ben Miles, there's a lot of guys on the chat here watching you, so do them proud. Fitzroy Beaumont in P11, Thomas Byrne P12. He had a zero incident points in that last race, so we'll keep an eye on that. I think they're about to go. Here we go.
So for the last time we're at Sandown, and here we go. Lights green, and Sean is off with Mike Show. Great launch, and there's a huge crash in the background.
Yeah, what's happened in the back there? That is one of the Bens. That's Ben Hambrook. Dale Lube has come out. I'll tell you, I think they're going to call a safety car after that. So just to go through, these guys are. Let's try and work out what happened, eh? I'll go back while the safety car comes out. So here they are on the start. So we know that Ben Hambrook was involved in this big accident. We'll see what happened. No, we'll go back to. So was it Fitzroy that was involved? There's a lot of guys involved in this.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
Was Thomas Byrne involved? Oh, who was that on the grid that went nowhere? That's what it was.
Oh, that's a Thomas Randall.
Yeah, just I can't believe what just happened there. So he's missed the start completely. He's probably listened to us gibbering on in the commentary, and then didn't realise he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. We'll go back to we'll go back live and see how the safety car's got control of, and he's just waiting at. That's at turn 1, on the exit of turn 1. So he's just waiting for the field to come down here the straight. No one came into the pits, which I don't think you'll get home anyway if you come into the pits right now. So, so Sean Lindsell's held the lead. Matthew Brunt's got P2. Oliver Patterson and Bruce Key. So no changes up there. Steve Kikoshi's still, I think he's still in P5. I think he'll have to give that position back. Yeah, he'll have to give that position back. So David Milne actually got him before that safety car was called. So I've got him on my timing screen here as P5 and Steve Kikoshi P6. So that'll have to be fixed up. So let's jump on. Let's have a look at this safety car going slower in here. God, that looks good. The Dr. Epoxy safety car out on track after an absolute moment for all these races on the start-finish line. So
At least all the scratches are not on it since the reverse entry.
yeah, so this must be the sister car to that one that we saw, because that one is not
Tom
well.
Brown's car,
Yeah, it's Tom Brown, so they must have had 2 out there. So Sean Patterson said, "Have a crack this time, Oliver." I think Oliver. No, it was David Atkinson. That's who stuffed it up for everyone. I'm pretty sure he didn't see the green light go. So
The safety car's been pulled
Sean
away.
Sean. Oh, he's been pulled already. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gone. So Sean Linsell is going to take command of this grid. I don't think if I were him, I wouldn't be going too early.
I'd go pretty late.
Yeah, you'd want to go to start-finish line. You don't want to have too many people with a run on you into turn 1, especially with a big slipstream like this. So because you'll have Oliver Patterson, the OP, probably getting down the inside of you if you go too early.
Well, yeah, I was going to say you want.
But
OP
in saying that, he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. So he's a better driver than us, as we know. So we know nothing, and he's taken off. So good on him.
Let's see if run goes up the inside here, because he might have the run, and OP's actually quite far back.
Oh, who's that coming out of the
Looks like
pits?
Ben's coming out. Run up the inside. Does he make it stick? No, he backs
long
out
race,
of it.
long race. So these guys know what they're battling for.
Oh, and there's a crash in the background.
Yeah, that's Fitzroy Beaumont
Way
has
off.
been involved.
Chewy's involved as
David
well,
Atkinson. Oh, maybe it wasn't David Atkinson that was involved last time. Was it Daniel Vallicott that was? Oh, and who's that? That's just gone off. That's Fitzroy. Oh, that's Chewy. The Chew Man. So it's all happening at the back here. We've got a long race ahead of us. You don't have to win it on the first turn, ladies and gentlemen, but these guys want to. They're all just jostling. Yeah, they're all just jostling for position. Bruce Keys is going to have a fight of his life here with Steve Kikoshki behind him.
Well, Bruce Keys, like, we saw him in the
Oh,
last
hang on,
race. he
I've
was
got that wrong.
quite
Steve's
fast.
already got Bruce.
Sorry. Yeah, well, I've got that completely wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I had that
Steve
wrong
had
too.
heaps of pace, and I reckon he'll want to redeem himself after the penalty he got from last round.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
he's up in P4 now. And we'll see if he makes a move on Oliver Pattinson. So he's going to try and keep in this slipstream as Sean just absolutely zigzags down the straight. Tries to get Brunt out of that toe. Brunt's going to stay in that toe as much as he can. Oliver Pattinson slowly starting to fall off Oliver Pattinson. Matthew Brunt, sorry. And Steve Kikoshki's in eyesight. And Bruce Keys just using all the track out there.
So we'll just see where our drivers are. We'll let them come through here. So everyone's finding themselves a bit of pace, a bit of racetrack. There's Sean Doyle coming through. He's made himself up into P9, so he's having a better race than earlier. Sorry, Donna, I didn't mean to mention him. So the guys up there, the guys at the front now coming into turn 6, 7 and 8.
How fast this is. 180 k's down there.
Yeah, that tipping point's about 180 right there. Right where that camera is, that's about 180 k's. So
Oh, Steve's giving OP a bit of a push along. Sorry, just to mess up your cam and everything.
No,
but...
it's fine. It's fine. Let's jump on what's going on here, because Oliver Patterson probably has found himself in a really good position. He doesn't want to give it up, and I think he's going to have to. Steve,
wow, look at
yeah,
the run.
yeah, he's already,
Great
he's only getting him into turn. Although the side draft, it's coming back very well.
Oh, OP's still got him. Let's see what Steve does here. Huge lunge.
No, he's
And
let him
OP
go.
backs out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's oh, he's gone pretty wide there. It's tough to go through there too wide at the best of times, let alone fighting for P3.
Yeah, I mean, I've driven a lot of V8 supercars around here, and I tell you what, it's hard getting those two cars around there, but even doing that with the little Gr86, it'd still be hard. It's a tight little corner.
I had to laugh because if you look in chat, Shane Patterson's had a massive dig at you, Connor.
Oh, lovely. Good to know.
Yeah, no, keep it coming, guys. We'll take any sort of criticism on board. Oh, that is so sideways through there from Steve, and he's managed to catch it up, and he's only 1.6 behind Matthew Brunt now. So if Matthew Brunt and Steve Kokoschke can work together, they might be able to do something with about Sean Linsell out front, but he's looking solid. So just going back, just remember this is a 30-lap race. The cars will get between 16 and 17 laps. So strategy is going to play a little bit of a part in this. Your pit window will probably open up between lap 13 and lap 16. So you can do the undercut, you can do the overcut. So we'll see what these boys can do.
Yeah, you can do either really, isn't it?
So I'm going to do the cardinal sin right here. I'm going to see how Sean Dawes going.
Shane Patterson, I've just seen your message, mate. Thank you, mate.
So we'll take it all on board. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries, Shane Patterson.
It's always like one of those things when you're commentating, you're just trying to fire everything off really quickly. So yeah, you definitely mess up a few things. And Oliver is actually on the outside of one of the bends.
Oh well, Ben's just got him on the.
Wow.
Ben is showing massive pace. Now, we watched him in the race 1, and he just vanished. We saw him at the front, and then he had some sort of drama and went to the back. So Donna's saying don't. Sorry, Donna, I had to. I couldn't help myself. He's on a charge right now in P9, and he's got Curtis Bird in his sides. So let's go...
main straight as well.
Yeah, we might shut up for a bit and watch Ben Miles do his thing. He's got pace. We'll see what it looks like with the lap with him. So, as you say, mate, the sights and sounds.
That's it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, he is on an absolute charge. He just pulled 3/10 out of Steve Kokoschke on that lap, so
Flying.
he is, yeah, that's a word for it. He is flying, so he wants to get up into the leaders here, up into the pros, and show what it's. He might get moved up. I think it's too late in the season to move him up into pros now, but he is showing a lot of pace.
I mean, I think everyone's a fan favourite of Thomas Byrne from winning the championship, but for Ben to be as fast as he is and just finding that pace out of nowhere,
Yeah.
it's great to see. And if he wins the championship, you know, the best man wins. So,
Like you say out of nowhere, but he's been building.
He's been
Every
building.
race we see
He has.
he builds up. So and
Yeah,
ever since
definitely.
ever since he's got this new livery change, he's just gone from strength to strength. I think at the moment he's back to back. So he's on a three race winning streak right now. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say that because last race he came, I think, dead last, but it's not going to help him in the points. Oh no, he came 10th. He came through for the 10th position after one of the boys went into the fence.
So Donna says we make a night as well, and it's Ben just
sorry.
absolutely.
All right, let's get on real quick. So Oliver Patterson is going to get a massive run down here. He's gone.
Right up the inside, and he's even going to get him before the corner. Look at
Yeah,
that!
he's big. Yeah, look at that. Good on him. Good on you, Oliver. That's a good pass.
So he's up into P4 overall, and someone that's been really fast, Steve Kokoschki.
Yeah, Steve Kukoschki. He is now. Now we'll jump on. He has found the back of these two. So he started P5. He at the start he got. I think he got himself into P6 after all that safety car issues, but he's come back strong.
And yeah, 2 Synergy drives in the top 3 as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Good on him. Yeah, when Steve gets there with his teammate Matthew Brunt, it's going to be on. It's absolutely going to be on. Don't be surprised if Matthew Brunt lets Steve have a dig at Sean. So, and they can work together. Yep, that's going to be good to watch. Going down, Ben Miles, we've been on him pretty much all night. Oliver Patterson got him just before. Bruce Keys is having a pretty good race. He did start in P4, but he's down into P6. Yeah, Colleen. Yeah, we nearly killed him. Yeah, we. All I can do is apologise. They must know. They must know that we're watching them.
I know,
about
right?
it.
It's like they've got a third scent.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. Like something knows that the spotlight's on him.
I know, right?
Dale Lube started in 16th. He is now. Oh, I think that's Daniel Velicott that just is about to get him
He's
into turn
actually
1.
boxed in right now. Oh, look at this.
Yeah. And then behind those guys, Thomas Byrne. Now Thomas Byrne won't have a 0x for this one. He won't be getting the points for that because he was involved in that all that stuff at the start.
Wide.
Oh,
He's just great racing there from the Daniel.
yeah,
I
that
gonna
was
say,
that was Daniel Velicott and the and Slippery Lube. He was nearly up the inside of him. Nearly slipped right off the track. So
yeah, he shut the door on him. Good.
so who we got here? So Sean Doyle, he started P13. He's back up in the P8. Orlando Black, which is behind him, he started P15 after that big incident in turn. Was he in the last? That was at the last corner of the last lap. I'm pretty sure he had his incident and went down. So he's in P. He went from P15 to P9. Watch out for Orlando Black. He's got some pace.
Yeah,
He's catching. He's catching.
In the
Yeah.
race,
Yep.
in the sprint race, and Matthew Brun has got even closer.
Yeah. Look at this. If we go up the front here, so. And then Steve Kokoschki's got within a second of these guys. So at the end of this lap, if Steve has a good lap, they're going to be they're going to have 3 fighting for P1.
So
Good
Matt's
exit.
gonna try and
Great
get a
exit.
good- yeah, I was going to say he's going to try and get a good exit, and that's what he's done.
And the guy that got the
But,
best exit out of that was Steve.
And I was going to say, I don't think Steve actually wants to take this away from Brunt, because Brunt's in P2 right now in the
Exactly
championship.
right. So yeah, don't,
So,
that's what I'm
yeah.
thinking. I'm thinking they're going to work together. I don't know how they're going to work together, but they're going to have to do something. Maybe with pit stop strategies. Maybe if he can come out and sacrifice his race a little bit to get in front of Sean Linsell, but
Maybe. Yeah.
we don't know just yet. So it's this is going to be heating up very shortly. So we're at lap 11 now. We know the cars can get about 16 laps, but we did have that safety car for a lap. So lap 17 is probably the latest you can come in for a 13 lap sprint to the finish. So I'm just going to hear that, jot that down. on my
That's
little
good.
in my little notepads that I've got going around here.
Absolutely flying around in the gun box with those things. But Stephen Kokoschki absolutely right on the back of Brunt right now, and let's see if they will actually battle at all. But it looks like Linsell's actually just pulled a little gap there.
Yeah,
Since,
he's got a tiny gap on him, but nah, Steve's not going to hang around here. Steve is not going to hang around.
Oh, you couldn't see the pressure.
Now he's going to give him a push. Okay,
Wow.
so there you
Good
go. There's
teamwork.
teamwork. There's teamwork right there. So he's giving him a push. So I'm watching the sector times now. Sean Linsell has a 0.6 of a second gap right now. That's so good to watch. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah. Just showing off all the Synergy sponsors as well.
Yeah,
While we're at it. Down to the fast left, and look at that. He's right on the back of Linsell again. So Kokoschki doing that is a huge gain, and Linsell's actually made a mistake on exit. This is going to get very interesting very fast. And down to the little chicane, and look at the run Steve's got. Like, he just sets it up since day dot. It looks like he's done a lot of laps around here. I've seen him in a lot in the supercars. So I think it might be translating a little bit. And Steve's just...
Yeah, he's to let him know that I've got pace, mate. So if you want me to have a go, I will.
Yeah, that's it. And
as we were saying that, I think Oliver Patterson's just had a moment behind the field here. Yeah, look at these guys. These guys up here are battling hard. So Bruce Keys has got him up into his P6. I think Oliver's just been pushing these two, Curtis Bird and Bruce Keys. So.
Oh, Kokoschki's gone!
Is that Steve Kokoschki? That's you got to be joking me.
He just lost it.
Got to be joking me.
Let's see where Ben goes. Oh, Ben Miles gets out of the way.
Let's see what happened there.
I think he's taking a bit too much curb.
I think he's been held up. He's been held up by his teammate. He's taken a lot of curb there. Oh, he's just got himself.
The grass.
Yeah, the tiniest bit of, like a blade of grass that was. Well, don't count him out just yet. He can still get into the pits. He could probably get home from here. I'm not quite sure, but we'll go back live. We'll see where his car is right now.
Matthew Brunt did first pit stop.
So Matthew Brunt is coming to the pits. So that's okay. Let's jot this down. It's lap 13. So he's going to have a 17 lap. He's going to have to save just a little bit. So his plan is to do the undercut and get in front of Sean Linsell here. He'll have his teammate coming through shortly. I'm just going to keep an eye on him here. Yeah, he's
like
going
you
to do it.
said before, does Steve sacrifice his race to help his teammate win this?
Yeah, for sure. And he's coming. And as we say that, Steve's coming to the pits as well. So Sean Linsell's got himself a 10-second gap over Ben Miles. Ben Miles has got a 2.5-second gap over his nearest competitor, Curtis Bird, in the Wheaties Pies livery. And then Oliver Patterson's having a really good race, as he always does. He's in P4. So, Steve Kokoschki's just come out of the pits now. So we'll keep an eye on Sean Linsell. He might go now he's got the option. So they've shown their colours what they're going to do. He can just lap around. He knows he's got the pace on him. So he'll find himself a little bit of a window. We'll see if he comes in now. I doubt he will. I think he'll make sure he can go flat out to the end. Yeah, so expect him to come in a couple of laps. Who else we got behind here? So Orlando Black is pushing Bruce Keys right now. Oh, he didn't get a great exit out of there. So coming into turn 11 and 12. Yeah.
Just from a note from Matthew Brunt's decision there, I would have just stayed with Linsell, because at this point in time now, Linsell's already had the pace on Brunt. So
exactly
what was
right.
keeping Brunt there was because of the slipstream. So
no, exactly right. So it we'll see what happens with these guys. And Colleen said well done to Ben to get past that. That was that incident on the at the back there where Ben was coming through, and Stephen Kokoschki was sideways on the track, so found some lawn mowing to do on the outside. So how's my mate Chewy going? He started in P9. He's right at the back. He hasn't pitted yet. Oh no, he has pitted. Okay, so that's why he's at the back. So the first guy to pit So Daniel Velicott, oh, he had the pit because he had that incident at the start of the race, I'm pretty sure.
I think you just set up my volume too, yeah.
Oh yeah, no worries, I'll get onto that right now, sir. We can try that.
But yeah, I think with I don't know. This could work out for front, but now Linsell's got less fuel in the tank. It's less weight and a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people that don't know when to pit, hello Orlando Black. I've watched him in a lot of races, and I have seen him throw away a lot of races because he doesn't want to pit. So we'll keep an eye on him. Oh, okay. Bruce Key. So our we had a team meeting. I'll just let everyone else know what our team meeting was about. We said to Orlando, whoever's in front of you and they pit with them. As we just saw, he didn't listen to a word we said. Not a word. So hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel. If a safety car was to come out now, it's going to ruin his race. So hopefully he gets. He's probably got 1 or 2 laps, maybe 1.5 laps left in the tank. So we'll see how far he's going to take it. Now, Bruce Keys has come out of the pits, and he's come out in P10, and he's racing. Who's around in this pitted? Dale Lube has pitted. Steve Kokoschke. So there you go. That's where Steve Kokoschke is now, just behind Bruce Keys. So these guys, like I said, don't count out Steve Kokoschke because he's got 15 laps left to make up a heap of spots. But yeah, he'll have a go at it. So let's watch. Let's get back on with. Let's get on with Orlando Black. So we know right now that he's probably got. Yeah, who just went off the track?
So Daniel's off
Velicott.
road,
Yeah, he's just gone.
Run actually almost went straight into him. So that was interesting.
Now Orlando, go to the pits. Go to the pits. No, he's not going to the pits. Okay. Ross Allen has just said, I might be biased, but those red and black cars look like fire. Thank you very much, mate. That's all to do with our... I'll let you go with our sponsor, mate. Talk about him, because there's a nice...
RSW Graphics.
RSW Graphics are awesome.
Yep. Oh!
That's Sean Linsell.
Matthew Brunt just got the move done!
So he's going to go...
Let's see if Linsell can get it back. So he's going to hold on to it.
So Sean Linsell's just come out of the pits. And yeah, that's the undercut for you right there. So Matthew has gone out of the pits and got his head down. Wow, this is crazy.
Wow. I thought Matthew Brunt coming in early would have been a bad call.
That's why we're not out there. Just remember, that's why we're not out there, Connor. We just commentate. We're not that good on the racetrack.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, I was expecting Brunt not to, make up a lot of time, but he has, even with avoiding Daniel there in the orange colours there. Yeah, it hasn't affected him. So, wow. I wonder if Linsell was holding him up even, if he's gapped him. Wow, good move. So he's going to come around this last chicane and look at how Linsell's just got that better directory into that corner there.
Yeah, he can point the car wherever he wants. Yeah, he's a good driver. So did our mate Orlando Black? He didn't pit. No. We're on lap 18. The cars are good for about 16 laps. I don't know what's going on. I think he's running on fumes. Or hopes and dreams, or unicorns. I don't know what he's doing there. So we'll go back to these guys. Sean Linsell's got him.
Talking about unicorns, straight up the inside of Matthew.
Yeah, got him done. So Brunt held out as much as he could there. Turn 1 got him.
Good try though.
Yeah,
really
definitely. Oh well, look, don't count him out. We've got 13 laps left. He's going to stick with him. He might be buying his time. We know that Matthew Brunt came in just a little bit early. Maybe he has to save just that half a lap. We don't know. So we'll watch out for those guys. Ben Miles is in a really, really good position once again. After all the pit stops, he'll find himself in P3 with Curtis Bird directly behind him. So these two amateurs absolutely gap the field. So we got Ben Miles, Curtis Bird, and then Dale Lube as our 3 amateurs going, and then in our pros we got Sean Linsell, Matthew Brunt, and probably Bruce Keys in P3 in the pros. So there he is.
Yeah, I was just about to say he's in the pits now. Lando
He's done
Black.
it. Well done, Orlando. You've done it. You've run out of
Let's
fuel.
stay
You
on-
had to pit.
Let's stay on him, and I wonder where he comes out with Bruce Keys. But because he had that lighter car, he could actually done quite well there. So
Well, I'm just looking at these
now-
lap times. He was doing 122 fours, and
That's
his
not too bad.
competitors. So Bruce Keys was just doing 122 zeros. So not much in between them. So he's going to come out now. Bruce Keys has got him, and so has Steve Kokoschki.
Wow.
So
Huge gap.
Orlando Black is going to have Fitzroy Beaumont in behind him. The two Vermilion boys will probably work together and try and get themselves a little bit further up the field. So everyone's pitted. The only casualty we've had before the pits was Ben Hambrook, one of the only Bens. He's exited, and also who else do we have as a casual? No, we had no one else. So just Benny Hambrook. So Ben Miles and Curtis Bird are having a... Oh, is that Curtis Bird?
He's around.
He's around.
Oh,
Come on,
no.
mate, get back up it. So that's Oliver Patterson's going to just to go through for a free position.
Straight past him.
And
Yep.
Ben Miles is on for yet another race win. So, and now he's got none of the amateurs. What's he got? He's got that's about 5 seconds he's lost there.
At
For Curtis
least
Bird.
or more.
Yeah. So if he gets to the back on the back of Oliver Patterson here, he should have OP. He should be able to claw back a little bit of time, but we'll see how that goes. And the laps keep on ticking down.
They do keep ticking down.
Steve Kokoschki now. He's got his way back through Bruce Keys. His next victim will be Dale Lube. And Lube is a slippery character.
Bruce
so
Keys, he's making a move on Steve.
Yeah, he is too. I'm just going to go back to that now. He's got him. Oh, he's massive
Oh,
contact. They're
they're
both
back
off. They're both off. We'll have to watch out what happened there. Let's. I don't think Steve Kokoschki's going to be very happy about that, or vice versa. I don't
okay.
exactly know what actually happened there. So
I tell you what, I just had a quick look at replay myself. It actually looks like Steve's moved over.
moved over just a
And-
smidgen. So here we are.
Yeah.
We're going into turn one. Oh,
It's a bit of both,
it's
really,
a bit
isn't
of, it's
it?
a bit of both. I mean,
Yeah.
Benny in the race control is going to have his work cut out for him after that one. But hey, the liveries look good. Nice. They did it in unison there. The slider looked really cool. Okay, let's get back to the action. Let's see where these guys have ended up after all that. So Bruce Keys went all the way back to P12 behind Thomas Byrne after that, and Steve Kokoschki is in P9. So he's from bad to worse to worse to worse for Steve. He's up there at the pointy end with helping his teammate, and then found himself at the back, and he's just a little bit loose as well. So he's obviously wheeling this thing as hard as he can.
He'd be kicking himself.
He'd be kicking himself after that. So Dale Lube is it gone into the pits? Okay. He must have pitted when everyone else did. Fitzroy just got Orlando Black. Donna, did you see what Donna just asked? Donna's asked, what classification is Sean, pro or wannabe?
Oh,
Oh man, the burns. He's going to be on fire when he comes out of that car. Actually, I'm going to keep it on him now. Let's see what our one of our pro drivers, which is, let's face it, not where he wants to be. He started in actually, where did he start? P13, I think it was. Yeah, P13. So he started at the back, and he's still at the back. Unless this late safety car comes out, he's 4 seconds off. Or is he 13 seconds off? No, he's 14 seconds off his nearest competitor.
it's I don't know if Donna's on Sean's team or if Donna's on for don't know.
I think maybe we
don't know
need to
what
swap.
to-
Maybe we need to swap these guys over. Donna
know,
can
right?
go upstairs and jump in the rig, and Sean can come downstairs and
She
cheer her on.
She could jump in the combox with
Oh,
us.
I think so. Yeah.
Talking about combox, Matthew Brunt's just passed Sean Linsell.
He has.
Yep.
Oh, down the back straight. So he must have had a bit of a. Oh, they've got a good line through there. So with 8 laps to go. Oh, 8 laps to go and he's got the lead on him. This is awesome, guys.
Two great looking cars too. The
Yeah,
Synergy all white and
Yep.
the Logitech look great.
So Sean Linsell's actually missing his partner in crime here, Ethan Greg Gould, which he probably could have done with right now, I reckon, after Brunt's got that move done.
Yeah, I can imagine it would help right now. Oh, someone's run around and in front of him. Someone's just run around. Sean Doyle.
Sean
is
Doyle.
around.
Sean Doyle. He might become a bit of a pun shortly, Mr. Doyle. Doyle rules.
I can feel the memes coming on.
We'll keep our eyes on this little battle coming up here. We'll keep on it for just a lap or so. Might jump on board with Sean Linsell. Yeah, we'll jump on board with him and see what he for maybe half a lap, and see what his strengths and weaknesses are against Matthew Brunt.
It's all down here. This is what he's strong at. Now watch the braking.
Yeah, he's got him on the brakes easy. So Matthew Brunt there is a bit wide on exit. Missed the apex just a bit, so we do have a back marker coming up. Who is that coming up? Is that David Atkinson?
Yes, it is.
I think it could be David Atkinson. So depends where they catch him. If they catch him into turn 2, 3, 4, it's going to be tough for them to negotiate that with. It depends who catches him first, I guess.
Oh.
They really need to catch him on the back straight. They need to time themselves here. Matthew Brunt really needs to time it. Oh, and has he given him room?
Good.
He hasn't given him room.
No.
So up front here is David Atkinson. I mean, he's racing his own race as well. It's for these guys to go around him. Ah, there you go. He's done the right thing.
Well, Brun hasn't lost much out of that, so
No,
he's
nothing,
done alright.
nothing at all. So hats off to you, David. That was good racing. Thanks very much. Watching
He
these,
did well,
these
did well.
yeah.
Did well there to get out of the way, and yeah, I thought that would have been a bit of a calamity. Just 3 cars all wedged up between each other. So, but no, they did really well there. So down to the fast left. You can see who's. We could actually play a game there. We can have a little checkboard and go who hits the apex.
Yeah, who
or
hits
not.
the apex? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
not many, if any, is the answer to that one on most of these turns. These two at the front seem to be driving for their lives right now, especially Matthew Brunt. He's found just a bit more pace. So these guys, just to let you guys know, Matthew Brunt last lap 121.7, Sean Linsell
Wow.
121.5. That lap that just went through, Matthew Brunt did a 121.8, and Sean Linsell did a 122 dead. So there's nothing between them.
No, there's nothing.
They're
I was
just
gonna
matching
say,
lap times. Yeah.
I think I figured out why Matthew Brunt's found so much pace. I was having a joke about him. I said, we were joking about how much Brunt's won and, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And he's only had a podium since he's been doing some league races. And he said, right, tonight I'm going out to go and win. So,
Oh, good on him, mate. Well, that's the attitude you have to have
think
with
it's
a
a bit
team.
of
Yeah,
I
it's
think
all
it's
attitude.
a bit of a bet. I think it is, yeah. I think it's all down to the bet at this point because Brunt is pulling away. It's good. Or not pulling away.
No,
it's
he's not
more,
pulling away. I mean, he's just holding on by the skin of his teeth. So we'll come back to this battle shortly. Orlando Black is fighting really hard with his teammate Fitzroy Beaumont. We'll see what these guys. Yeah, they do look good, don't they? The boys. Donna, no, they can't. Unless some of them do have their commentary going in the background. You might have to talk to Sean about that to see if that's the case, because if that's the case, you might have to switch it off and start concentrating. Oh, is he going to send it down? Is Orlando going to send it? No, he's not going to send it to the inside. So let's just go through some drivers when we've got 5 laps to go. We got Benny Miles. Oh, there's Sean. There's Sean in the background going into the pits. Benny Miles has got himself an 8-second lead over his nearest competitor, Curtis Bird. Or Kurt Bird. Bird is a word. And then as far as the amateurs go, so from Kurt down to the nearest amateur is Daniel Velicott, and that's nearly 25 seconds, 25 seconds back, and then Thomas Byrne is probably 2 seconds back from that. So Thomas Byrne could fight for a P3 finish in the amateurs here if he puts his head down. But up the front, we've got Matthew Brunt, Sean Linsell, and then Oliver Patterson. And he's what? He's ages off. He's another 25 seconds off that lead. So these guys at the front are in a race for themselves, and the rest have sort of made some space. The only other challenges are here is Fitzroy Beaumont and Orlando Black having a bit of a go. So let's go back to the lead here, because this is where it's all happening. David Atkinson's actually using a bit of these guys to slingshot him through the through as well.
Well, not long to go. Out of 30 laps, we're 27 through.
So that last lap there, 121.6 from Matthew Brunt, 121.7 from Sean Linsell.
Wow.
So nothing in it.
Here we go. Another message from Donna. Can the drivers hear the commentary?
Yeah, I was just talking to her before. Yeah. Like I said, I think they'll have to, if they are listening to it, some of them might have to concentrate on what they're doing and not the commentary.
That's pretty skilled. I've tried to do that before, and it's very hard.
Well, it's got a delay. What you guys hear on the chat, or what you guys see on the chat, is normally a big delay. So about 10 seconds, I'd imagine. Don, are you shouting? Are you? Maybe that's what it is then. Maybe it's a mixture of both of you. We'll have to find out what's going on.
So he's got his own dungeon, I'm guessing then?
Yeah, he must do. He must be in the attic. She must lock him in there throwing fish heads every so often when he has a race win or something.
Harry Potter style. Yeah. So Sean Linsell just trying to scare Brunt into making a mistake, and he still isn't making one. Oh, Sean needs to do something about this, and it looks like Mr. Chewy is right behind these two.
Yeah, so that's Sorry, it is Chewy. Yeah, okay then. So
yeah, Brunt weaving down the straight just to trying to get a little bit of more an advantage on Sean, so he moves around a bit more for that slip shot. Brunt makes a mistake there, moves back over, and Sean just has a little bit of a struggle. Catches back up though mid corner. Brunt tries to have a good exit there. It's done well, but not good enough. Sean is still hanging on up to the straight. Now we're going to go down to the fast left up here. This is where you need to catch your breath, get a bit of a drink. It's one of those things where you just need to have a breather. Because if you don't breathe, well, you know what happens.
If you don't breathe, you die. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Fast left. Brunt should be on the right-hand side. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if Sean can... Still doesn't go for it. It's far way back. Brunt's holding on with every bit in his body. You can just see Sean putting on the left-hand side.
Oh, that was a bit of a mistake from Sean Linsell there, and he's lost a little bit of the there. So
struggles out of there.
Yeah, that's interesting with 2 laps to go. So let's go through the. We got to celebrate Ben Miles. He's in a league of his own, really. They should make a pro-am and maybe a only Ben's league, because he's going to come through. All he has to do is hold on for 2 laps, and he's got 10 seconds over Curtis Bird behind him. So where is Curtis Bird? Yeah, there we go. So Bird's coming through.
Oh! Go back to Sean Linsell.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it now.
Chewy's up the inside.
So Chewy's. So Chewy's found his way up. Oh, this is crazy. We'll find him go through here.
So Matthew Brunt made a mistake on exit and actually went super wide, almost killed Sean, and Chewy went straight up the middle. Oh, that was intense. I thought they were all dead there.
So we're going to go into the last lap. We'll stay on board with these guys. Everyone else out on track has a nice little gap between everyone, except for Daniel Velicott. He's got Bruce Keys breathing all over him, and then Thomas Byrne behind. And Thomas Byrne, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry if you're listening. I had you on camera there as you lost it through there. So Bruce Keys is probably going to get him here. So we'll get back on with we're on last lap. Last
Yep.
lap.
Let's see if Matthew Brunt can get this done. Let's see if Sean can sign, seal, and deliver
Yeah.
this bit of a absolute domination for tonight. He qualified P1, race 1, absolute dominated. Let's see if he can finish it all out for a absolute top night from Sean Linsell. It's almost turning into the SVG of
Yeah, this
86
is,
at this
yeah,
point.
he's got this one in the bag really. Poor Matthew Brunt will have to lick the stamp before he goes down here and absolutely send it down into turn 6, 7, and 8, and 9. So he's still gaining on him. We're only talking 0.4 of a second here.
In my mind, I'd send it at this point because you got nothing to lose. Down to the fast left.
Oh, he has. He's absolutely put it down the inside of him.
Let's
He's
see
got
if
one
Brunt
more
can hold
corner.
it.
He's got 2 more corners to have a go at him. So will he sacrifice this? He's tried. What a race. Well done, boys. Sean Linsell, Matthew Brunt going across the line. The guy behind him is Chewy Kang. He's yeah, well done, Sean. That was good performance. So we'll go back to Ben Miles. He's going to come across the line. Yeah, he's happy with that. You can tell.
Oh,
Yeah, good on him.
would be.
He is ecstatic about that. So Curtis Bird's coming across the line now. That's going to be P2 for the amateurs, and then behind that is Oliver Patterson. Look at the gaps that these guys have pulled on everyone. So Oliver Patterson's coming through for P3 in the pros. Well
Oliver
done.
would be very happy
yeah,
about that.
good on you, OP. Well done. Fitzroy Beaumont. He's had a big battle with Steve Kokoschke. He's going to come through for P6 overall. P7 for Steve. Orlando Black's going to come across the line in P8. Daniel Velicott, after that massive incident, I'm pretty sure it was him on the start-finish line. We'll have to talk to him later. Thomas Byrne has got David Milne on the last corner, I'm pretty sure. So that's David Milne behind him. Bruce Keys looks like he's had better days. And Dale Loob's going to come through to round up the... and then let's not talk about the elephant in the room, Sean Doyle in the pits. And he's had a shocker.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he's had a shocker. So him and Benny Hambrook have probably got some DNFs against their names at the moment. So good
Yeah.
racing and great commentary, guys. Thanks, thanks Benny's dad. I'm pretty sure that's him. Let's get some guys in here to have a chat, hey?
Yeah, let's have a look, eh? Let's.
Who would you
I'm
like?
gonna have a
Who would you like?
I was gonna say let's have a random pick this time. Let's go.
No,
Oliver
well, you got Sean
Pattinson.
Linsell in there. You got Sean Linsell in there.
No.
No, you want you want the OP? What did OP finish? OP finished third in the
Third
pros.
pro.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's worthy.
Bring him
Alright,
in.
let's have a look. Oliver Pattinson, mate. Not a bad result for tonight. Pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just didn't have the pace to run with those boys, but yeah, I got third, so it's alright.
At the pace to get P3, mate. That's definitely not a bad result at all. Getting on the podium's never bad. Have a chat to us.
Bloody oath. Yeah, Cody.
That's it, mate. How did the car feel tonight? And you've been very strong recently in the 86, and it looks like you're just keeping it up and putting strong results. And what have you been filling out with the 86? Doing practice, doing anything like that?
Yeah, pretty slidey on exit, to be honest. I had a couple moments, but no, it's pretty nice. I really like it. It's challenging, but yeah, it's really fun to drive, and I think I'm starting to gel with it a little more recently, like the last couple of weeks.
Oh, we've been watching your progress, mate, and it's been great to watch. So P3 in the pros tonight, but a couple of amateurs that made some of you guys look a bit silly with Ben Miles and Curtis Bird out there. But I saw the lap times you were doing. You're doing some high 121s and 121.6 is what you did in that lap there, which was quicker than your qualifying. So obviously finding pace.
Yeah, I just didn't have enough practice. I live in Newcastle, so I was obviously at the races today, and yeah.
Oh, so you were enjoying yourself at the race? Well, yeah, it was fantastic out there.
Oh, yeah.
I see that you've got a new livery on board.
Yeah, we've got the Crane Hotline livery, and we've also got AZ to ZZ. Two awesome companies have come on board.
Very nice, mate.
One's
Well,
a
you need.
band, obviously.
I was going to say, you obviously need the sponsorship, mate, because you've just been putting results in and you've had nothing in the car. And I think everyone's just been like, what is going on? This guy's came out of nowhere with nothing on the car, and he's killing it. Compared to the half of these teams like Synergy have got over 27 sponsors on that car, which is just unreal for those guys. But obviously getting those sponsors is definitely working out, mate. And well, you want to have any more shout outs, mate, or are you pretty much wrapped up for tonight?
No, that's good. Yeah, thanks, guys. It was awesome. It was
You've
really
got
fun.
you got your mate in here. Who's in the chat? Shane. Shane has had a go at us about Connor pronouncing your name wrong, so we'll keep that on board. But he's obviously enjoying the racing too.
Yeah.
But we'll I'll thank you for racing with us tonight, and hopefully we see you on the podium next week as well. I'll grab Sean in here.
Have a good one, Oliver. We'll see you later, mate.
Sean
Sean, mate.
Linsell. Well done.
Thank you.
Dominant night, mate.
Oh, I wouldn't say dominant. Matty Brunt was pushing me so hard the whole night. He was pushing me to go faster and find pace where I had to dig real deep inside myself to actually, one, believe in myself that I could do it, and two, to somewhat keep it off the walls and grass.
No, it was we were relishing it. I think you guys were on the camera for about 60% of that race because we were loving it in the com box, and I'm pretty sure everyone that was watching it in the chat loved it too. So, no, great drive. Actually, while you're in here, let's have a chat with you and Matthew because that was a brilliant drive from both of you guys. Matthew Brunt, I've got Sean Linsell in here as well. We're just chatting about the race you guys had.
That guy.
But Sean, seriously, mate, we thought Matthew had got you, and I don't know what happened there with one of the back markers, but you found your way back through again.
Yeah, I saw he did a bit of a whoopsie-doo.
Yep.
And I almost collided, scared the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just tried to keep that momentum on that back straight there, and I was pushing super hard when he came out in front after the pit stop. I was saying to him earlier that I hit the pit limiter about 15 meters too early going into the pits, and when I was coming out of the pits, I could just see my relative to him. It was just getting less and less and less, and then he came past me. I was kicking myself, but
There you go.
yeah, credit to Matt. Like, it was clean racing. It was fun. It was it's what I signed up for, is this kind of racing.
That's awesome to hear, mate. It really is. Matthew, you did the undercut. It nearly paid off. You were so close to making that pay off.
Yeah, it would have been better. I got hammered by lap cars both those races, but yeah, it slowed me. One of the guys slowed me down on that lap that Sean was coming out. But anyway, we got in front, and then yeah, I made that mistake on that bloody second last lap, which didn't help.
I was going to say, you almost hit the wall there, mate. I scared the bejeebers out of me, mate. You were mills off that wall.
Yeah,
And,
I hit the grass, and I thought I was going around, and then that lap got between me and Sean. I went, oh no.
well, yeah, we've nicknamed him Chewy. Chewy went in between you two.
Yeah, it was a chewy sandwich.
That was pretty scary because I think he kind of thought
for him at the time.
Yeah, I think his first thought was, if I back out of this could be even worse. So
that was what he put the brakes on. Yeah, that was the next bit. I thought, oh, nearly hit him when he put the brakes on. But anyway, we made it through.
So, Sean, shout out time, mate. Tell us about your sponsors.
Yeah, firstly, I just want to shout out to my mum. I hope she's watching. Love her, and I hope she gets a little bit better soon, feeling a little bit better. But I want to thank Brenton and the boys from my team at ERT. They're an absolute wonderful bunch of guys. Thank Logitech, Dan there. He's absolutely an amazing person and a fantastic sponsor to our team. And yeah, thanks to Matt as well for Clean Hard Racing. That was so much fun.
Well, just on that, Sean. Matt is a really only competitor out there at the moment. He's pushing hard to win one of these trophies. So I would look forward to the next four rounds, especially at Bathurst with you guys fighting for the championship. So it should be great.
Yeah, should be heaps fun.
I was going to say, Matt.
Matthew, right of reply there, mate. Just before you get onto that, your partner in crime, Steve Kokoschki, had a shocker. He should have been up there with you helping, but obviously that wasn't to be.
Old Steve, I think he would have been in front of both of us on his pace. He was lightning quick, but yeah, couldn't catch a break tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out all your sponsors, mate. You've got a bit of a list there, mate. You might as well go one from wherever.
Obviously, series sponsor, Dr. Epoxy,
Mm-hmm.
pretty big sponsor. Yeah, they're a great one. Nah, the guys at Vermilion, they got all you guys that are running it. It's everything except that four-wheel drive thing last week when I ran.
Let's not mention. Don't mention behind the scenes of the four-wheel drive thing. All right, come on. Everyone enjoyed on the stream.
Hey, we showed you that we could race clean and put on a bit of a show tonight. So back in the proper car. Nah, awesome racing from Sean too. That was good, clean fun.
Well, thanks very much, boys. I might wrap it up with you guys and get some of the amateurs in here because they've all had a massive race as well. So, well done, and thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thanks,
thank
boys.
you.
Well done, boys.
See you, boys.
All right, let's get Ben Miles. Who came second? Was that Curtis Bird and then Daniel Bellicott?
Bird.
Yeah, Bird.
I want to chat to the bird. He's very interesting. It's good to chat to.
Okay, so let's. I'll bring them all in here, and we'll start with the bird, and I'll bring Daniel Bellicott in here as well. So, guys, we'll start with Curtis Bird, P2 in the amateurs. Good race, but you were only racing pros around you.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Good to be back here. It was a night full of what ifs for me. I think I had a bit of a self spin when I should have been getting after Ben. Although I think it's debatable whether I had the pace to take him on, but it was a good time.
We did
What's
see
your
that
reply to
spin.
that, Ben?
Yeah, no, we did see that spin. With I think there was about 8 laps to go, and yeah, it was. I think it put you down by 5 seconds or something. So it was going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Just had to rally and not run out of talent again.
Daniel Bellicott. Before I get to Benny Miles, mate, good result, excellent result. I was calling you Vela Fast out there, and you obviously lived up to the name.
Yeah, mate, I've been called a lot over the years, but no, I'll take that.
Yeah, no worries. We'll stick with that for a while, and hopefully you guys you can come through for a few more podiums because I think you need some.
No, it'll be good if I didn't have that start line mishap, which I'll put my hand up for that. That was me.
Yes.
She wouldn't plug the gear.
So that's what it was. You were still in the sim, and you just couldn't pull the gear. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get a gear, and then all of a sudden I got one at the last second, and it was 1 second too late. So,
hey, well, it made for great visuals on the commentary here. So thank you to that.
yeah, no worries, mate. If I can't be good at it.
Let's go quickly over to Ben Miles here, mate. What a performance!
Thanks. Yeah, that was a good one.
Actually, if you want to just take us through, just quickly before we get on to their feature race, what happened in the first race? We were watching you, and then you disappeared.
I lost it with myself.
Okay, then. Yep.
Yeah, I was really dirty about that. On a corner I don't ever have a problem on, so.
So everyone watching cheered you on in the feature race anyway. So I think that helped because you had a gap of, I think 10 seconds over Curtis, and I think the guys in front of you were about 10 seconds ahead of you as well. So you're sort of by yourself for most of that race.
Yeah, thankfully, mate. When Curtis came out of the pits, I was shit myself.
Yeah, Curtis had pace.
Right on my bum.
Yeah, he had the pace, and we thought it was going to be down to the wire there, but not to be. Maybe next week. But yeah, if we'll start with you, Ben. If you want to shout out to some of your sponsors, I know you got a heap of them.
The main Game Vacuum's back again. That'll be a feature all season, and obviously got some family support in there. So thanks to everyone.
It's been good. We've seen you over the last 3 rounds. You've had a lot of wins now, so those guys will be loving it to seeing you up the front. So hopefully that continues for you. And
Hopefully I keep
after
coming back.
after a strong points haul like that, you'll probably find yourself up the pointy end of the championship too. So check out those trophies because that's what it's all to play for. Curtis Bird, you want to take us through some of your sponsors or some of the people looking out for you?
Yeah, big shout out to the Whitey's Pies Racing boys. We're powered by Ryco as always. Shout out to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Search and Destroy. Encouraging words from Brad Newman. It's good to be here.
I love it. I really do. Actually, that Whitey's Pies liveries that you guys got going on are stellar. They look fantastic. So, Daniel,
Beautiful. I'll get that feedback to them.
Daniel Velafast. You got anyone that you want to shout out to as well?
Yeah, just like to thank Crane Hotline, Southeast Queensland Crane Hire, and AC to ZZ, which is a cover band that plays in Melbourne. They play everything from AC/DC to ZZ Top. And a shout out to the OP, Oliver Patterson, for the livery, mate. Good job.
Excellent work. Well, thank you very much, boys, for the race you guys have put on. This track is excellent, and you've put on a really good performance. Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, guys.
So Connor,
Yes, mate.
wrap up time. That was awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome. I was just going to mention something real quick before we start wrapping this circus up. It seems like when they go through their when they're all being sponsored and stuff, like some of the stuff you hear is just awesome to hear. You got these companies that are sponsoring local teams. Like you hear about the bands and the pies, and it's awesome to hear.
And these guys are doing the right thing as well by putting themselves on the podiums as well. So yeah, it's it goes both ways. So, but to everyone in the chat, thank you. Especially Donna Doyle, you've been very vocal tonight. It's been good to see, and Shane Patterson as well for pulling us up on the name. Thank you very much. And we'll have to find out how many people are actually listening to the commentary as they're racing, because it happens too much. It happens too much for people that we're watching crashing out. So, and now that I've mentioned people crashing, Ben Faulkner, how are you?
Hey boys, how are you?
Terrific.
Good.
It was a good race.
It was a good race. I was just speaking to Maddie, and he had good fun. So good. Yeah.
Yeah. So from chalk and cheese compared to last week with the racing, this was very clean. Everyone got out there and did their best. So yeah, it's good to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I was a bit out of a job here. I didn't really have much to do, so I
that's
put out
great.
my chair
That's
and
good to
stay
hear.
behind and watch from afar.
Dale Lube, no worries, mate. We're always going to be doing this, and watch the replay. You'll love it. Well, we might just wrap this up, Connor. Everyone's got a Saturday night to get back to. Thank you for everyone that watched the stream, that came and raced with us for round 8. And what we got 4 rounds to go. Actually, I might just bring that up quickly. I'll bring up the calendar. So next week we're going to be at Road Atlanta. Oh yes, Road Atlanta. That's going to be fantastic. Race control, you'll have your hands full, I'd imagine.
For sure.
And then we're going to go to Oran Park. I think that date on there might change. I'm not sure, but we'll have to talk about that after. I think what we're trying to do there is as a retro round. So anyone listening, that's possibly going to be a retro round. Red Bull Ring, round 11, and then Bathurst in the Team Enduros is going to be wrapping it up around Easter time. So cannot wait for that. I'll take that off there for everyone that's watching that. So yeah, that was good, guys. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Enjoy your Saturday night.